Howdy SAOMA's readers, and welcome to another edition of Whiteboard Friday. This is going to be the last Whiteboard Friday you see me in for a little while because I'm going to be heading to China for a couple of weeks, touring around and doing all sorts of fun stuff. This week I want to start first by saying that last week I severely messed up. I talked about supplemental results, but I talked about it in a way that was relevant 6 to 9 months ago. Really not relevant today. So I mentioned that duplicate content was a big way to get yourself in the supplemental results, and as Matt Cutts pointed out to me and Michael Martinez pointed out to me as well, what is actually true is that supplemental results and duplicate content is more a symptom of having this kind of low page rank, low link love rather than a direct result of. So good things to keep in mind, and pay attention to that thread. I'm sure Scott will link to it in this post. Another thing that I did want to bring up this week is architecting sites for keyword targeting. So let's have a look at this fancy little graph I drew up here. So we want to talk about reaching like the long, the mid, and the short tail. And that's counterintuitive, right? The long tail has the fewest number of searches per search, but the most amount of traffic. The middle is in the middle. And the short is kind of your head of the tail. Or head of the curve, and that has the highest number of traffic per search terms. So here we have, for example, like real estate, and that gets 1 million searches in, I don't know, a day, a week, a month. And then we've got Seattle homes, which gets about 100,000. And Tacoma homes, Tacoma's a smaller city near Seattle, about a quarter of the size, and gets, oh, look at that, 25,000 searches. And, you know, Seattle one-bedroom condos and townhouse in Wallingford. So the idea here is you have this long tail of the search curve, and you're trying to hit all of these, right? You want to get traffic for maybe real estate or Seattle homes more likely, and you also want to get real estate for Seattle one-bedroom condo or townhouse in Wallingford. So what is a good way to do this? Well, here's some tactics. The thing that I like to do here is when you start up, you kind of build your architecture in 3 different ways. So you've got at the top of your site, you have kind of your home page, and then you're directly linking off to your heavy traffic terms. From there, you're going down to that mid-level stuff, the mid-level traffic terms. And then finally, you're hitting those long tail terms. So this would be kind of your site architecture. And you can see the link juice to those top levels is very high at the first, you know, kind of in the middle for the middle ones, and lower for the long tail. Here's what I would do if I were you. For these pages, I think they need to be individually written, they need to be custom crafted, they need to basically be high quality landing pages, oftentimes with great content. Some of the times you might do what Michael Gray terms the link bait and switch. So let's say you've got some great link bait to get some of these heavy traffic terms, or even some of the very valuable mid-level traffic terms up there. You might write something terrific and then launch it on those pages, and then you might later on, you know, a month down the road, put a banner ad up or put an ad up that says, hey, go check out, you know, whatever services we're offering. For those long tail terms, there's 2 ways that I like to go about it. Number 1 is with user-generated content. So if you've got a forum, if you have something where other people can post to, think of what someone like Craigslist or City Search or Zillow or Yelp has done, specifically in the real estate sector, to try and target all that. The other thing that you can do is blogging. Blogging is a great way to do it. It's a great way to hit all those search terms, and if you have an active community and you get a lot of comments, those terms can all kind of filter through. You can also kind of do a little bit of that link bait and then targeting later on. So I hope you've enjoyed this edition of Whiteboard Friday. I'll miss you all severely, I promise. But I will be blogging from China, and I look forward to hearing from you all while I'm there. Take care, everybody.
It is written in the stars. You were born to be a rock and roll god. And if you close your eyes, you might see your name in flashing lights.